And welcome back to the Kitty Night Garage. It's good to see you again. Now, last time when we left off, we'd just finished repairing all the body, we'd taken the wheels off, and this episode we're planning to put all the suspension on. So we'll jack that up. Now, I have repaired all the suspension parts I can. We will still need to buy some, because there's some things you just can't repair, and there's some things you wouldn't want to repair. Who'd want a repaired rubber bushing? But first things first, we'll repair the wheels. Now, as you can see, I appear to have a few more wheels than I took off. It bugged when I was taking them out the warehouse because I didn't want to repair the wheels whilst I was repairing everything else. Because I told you I'd do that on a stream. On the video episode. You know what I mean. Anyway, on a bright side, it means we're going to save cash because we will definitely get 4 repaired rims out of this. On the downside, it feels a bit cheaty McCheaterson. But anyway, there we go, we already got 4, we had 1 fail. I'll just repair all of them anyway. Now, what we need to do is we need to go into our inventory, go to suspension, I believe. I'm going to look for the tyres. There's one, 255, 65 on a rim 17. And we'll open up our tablet. As you can see, I haven't even shut the game down. And it's these ones. This is 17, 255. Mind blank. I'm gonna have to check again. It happens with me. $65, that was it. I actually think I might go for slightly bigger. We're going to go for 70 instead. Because sometimes the tyres look a little bit small. We got 4 tyres. And we come back over to the one we tore them down on. Install. 100% tyre, 100% wheel. There we go. Do. It takes a minute, but yeah, such is life. And we'll take that one off, put another one on to start. And whilst this one is going on, we come over to the wheel balancer, we balance the wheel we just did. There we go. You need to be careful with the balancer because it kind of goes hinky sometimes, so you need to make sure you're putting an unbalanced wheel on. There's no point balancing a wheel that's already balanced after all, is there? It does take a little while, annoyingly. There we go. But then again, it takes a little while in real life as well. See, it's giving me the balanced one first instead of the unbalanced one. But we'll swap that over, pop that in. Put the last one together. And what we'll do is, once we take this one off, so we've got 2 to start the back end, we'll just run back over and do the other ones somewhere in the middle once we're getting close to doing the front end, because there's no point standing here and making you watch some spinning wheels. There we go, that's that one on. Okay, so we are going to start with the back end. Now, first things first, I think we'll mount the fuel tank. We will need to buy a new one because you can't repair those. So we come here and we go to up parts. Search for. I don't need to put the whole thing in. There we go. Fuel tank. There we go. just because it's there. Okay, let's see. Well, we've got 2 axle drives. I think we might be rebuilding both of them. As you can see, there we go, bushings. I will just buy a massive bushings and save us having to go back to that, I think. There we go. I usually keep a big stock of these, but I sold all my stock before I started the stream last night to make it easier to find parts. And always get a shitload of the big ones, because quite frankly, you use a lot of them rebuilding. And you'll use them in your main game as well, not just on your own personal cars. So it's worthwhile. Those spark plugs, things like that, just buy a big stock of them. That's what you do if you're a real garage after all. That's what we did in my old garages. There we go. Oh, we got wheel hub okay. We don't have any drum cylinders. Now that is annoying. Let me just check. I wonder if I forgot to take the brake stuff out. I did. I forgot to take my brake stuff out. So as you can see, we're going to have to buy new springs and stuff because those can't be repaired either. Let me go to brakes and we'll just right click all of these out. Go repair what can be repaired. Yeah, look at that. I knew I'd forget something. I'm a bit confused why they think brake shoes can be repaired and why they think clutch plates can be repaired but some other things can't. I'd actually be happier with a repaired brake drum than I would with a repaired brake shoe, but okay. Now back to the rebuild. Put the drum cylinder on. Put the rear drive axle in. And the shoes. We'll leave the brake drum for now because we need to buy a new one. We also need to buy a new shock absorber. As you can see, those don't repair. In real life I wouldn't attempt repairing those either, so rear S will bring up just stuff that starts there, and it was shock absorber B, so we'll buy 2 of those. Whilst we're here we'll buy the brake drums as well, just for the hell of it, just to save time when we get to that part of the rebuild. There we go, so shock on. How did we do on the plates? Oh, we got 2 plates, that's good to know. How did we do on a U? Surprisingly enough, U-bolts can be repaired. I've never heard of any mechanic being daft enough to repair a U-bolt. You just buy new ones. They cost pittance. Or in my case, you just make new ones. Right, off to the other side. For those of you just starting out in the game, that is a really quick and simple way to move your camera. Just click on any part you can see on the part of the car you want to go to. There is no point faffing around with exiting and changing places. And even when you're in build mode like this, if you press T you can bring up the tablet, as you've seen me do. I've seen people exit out completely then open the tablet because they don't realise pressing T works. There we go. Oops, did that backwards. There is no way in hell in real life I would put the shoes on yet. I'll put them on now. No, I clicked the brake drum, you stupid game. Right, I will put one of those new wheels on. We will exit out just a second there, just so I can see how that looks with the bigger profile. Yeah, it's going to scrape the bodywork if this was real life, but those look beefy on the back there. Right, build my part mount even. There we go, and the other wheel. I may actually mount smaller tyres on the front. Just back to the 65. Don't know why, but I've always liked the bigger back end, smaller front end tyres. I did it on my own cars. Right, part mount. Start with the cross member. Did we get a repaired one? No, we didn't. That's a shame. At least they don't cost that much in game. In reality, they can be quite expensive. Right, we'll put the bushings in. The beauty of doing it this way is you can actually see the part you want with the engine out the way, whereas sometimes you just can't, and it's annoying as all heck. There we go. Some 4 bushings in. Right, now I know the sway bar will need to be replaced because you can't repair those or the sway attachments, so it was front sway bar B. I believe it's link B as well. May as well buy the parts beforehand. Now, did we get 2 steering knuckles? We did. Ah, we got 2 knuckle covers, there we go. And 2 wheel hubs. See, we're doing quite well on this whole repairing bits from 2 cars to get 1 full car. Which is exactly... Oh, you can't repair hub bearings. Silly game. Not that I'd want to, it's an absolute nightmare to take one of those apart and repair it. I'll buy a stack of those because we're going to be repairing cars for a while. Okay, bearing, there we go. Now I know we're going to need to buy some discs. So we need 2 vented discs, and we will need 2 sets of pads. Go. Oh, wheel hubcaps. I forgot all about those. So 2 of those as well. There we go. Okay. And put caliper on. Oh, we didn't manage to repair any caliper cylinders. That is unusual. Usually they're the easiest part to repair, but they must have just been too bad on these vehicles to repair. And usually I've got a stack of them, but before I started streaming last night, as I say, I sold all my parts and everything else off so that people could see me basically going from the beginning. So bottom suspension arm, we got a nice... Oh, we managed to fully repair all of them. Put our bushings in. And bolt that down. Now we can put the sway link in, and it was link B. Thank God for that. I hate buying the wrong part. Now, we're not going to mount the shock absorber at the moment because we don't have it to mount. We need to buy that and put it together. So we will put the other side together first. Oh, best put the steering in as well. Silly kitty night. See, tie rod, I want to say tracking rods and track rod ends, but this is an American game. Yeah, you need to buy those because you can't repair them, and I'm very glad of that. No, not Why did I start typing TH? So we want 2 of those, 1 for each side, and 2 of those, 1 for each side. There we go. I have seen people IRL repair track rods, but nobody I've ever met has decided to repair a track rod end. Oh, of course we can't mount the tyre because it's over there on the rack, but that's fine. Get this track rod in. I'm sorry if I'm calling them tracking rods when they're called tie rods in the game, but I'm British, and for a while I was a mechanic, and to me they're track rods, not tie rods. There we go, that's the bottom wishbone in. Don't zoom the camera in like that, you silly game. And that's the top one in. Put this sway link in. Get this up. Don't forget your bearing. I have actually managed to rebuild a car forgetting to put the bearing in, which shouldn't even be possible. I presume it was bugged. Okay, new caliper. I'm kind of glad we managed to repair all the calipers. In real life I try and repair calipers, and of course no wheel. So what we need, let's go back into the view, is 2 double wishbone shock absorbers, 2 springs, and 2 caps. So we go to here, go to suspension, 2 of these, 2 of these, and 2 of these. And then we go over here to a handy little compressor doodad. And we join those parts up. Whilst that's compressing, because it's got a little bit of an animation, as you can see there, we'll just quickly jump over here. And we'll... That's not right. They're saying they're both unbalanced and one of them was just balanced. Take that spring off. Join parts. That's the first time I've had that bug. Usually once it's balanced and happy. Come on, compressor. There we go. Well, at least that was finished balancing. Just check this again. Okay, it was just bugged. They're both balanced now. Silly game. Okay, so back in here, back to part mount. Shock absorber on. I'll put the other shock absorber on. And then what we will do is we will lower it down and send it to the paint shop. I think I am going to have to reduce the size of those tyres. They are maybe a bit too big. But don't worry, I won't make you sit through that for now. We'll just send it off to the paint shop. Move vehicle. And spray shop. Now, I will show you the spray shop for now, but I'm not going to spray the car. I want to hear what your thoughts are on a colour. So we basically go all the way through the rainbow. We can change it to whatever saturation. We can change the brightness. Usually for me, that's the right colour for a Cobra, but obviously I won't paint it this time. Well, I might actually. So that looks kind of cool. I can't change the colour of the stripes, unfortunately, which sucks. But what we will do for now is we will change it to factory colour, just because I can, and to show you how it works. There we go. And we will exit out and send it back to the ramp. As I said in the comments below, give me a colour, any colour you pick, and set it over to car lifter 1 for now, because I want it over here for when we do the engine. I will be back in a moment. I'm going to try changing the wheels over. I've got enough to make up another set, so what I will do is I will just make a new set, and we'll keep this set, and then you can tell me what you prefer, this size, the new size, or bigger ones on the back, smaller on the front. I'll be right back. Okay, then we're back. I've moved her over here just to be able to have a quick look at her with the wheels on, and yeah, she looks better with the smaller boots on the front. I may still put the bigger boots on the back. Let me know what you think. And before we go, what we're going to do is we're going to open up the tablet. We're going to go here, go to plates. Now, the way the plates work in this game, you have to buy 2. And then the cheapest price, 180, and that just gives you the number plate that they had when they first came in, or registration plate. It's American game, you know what I mean. If you want to put your own name on it, it boosts the price up by about 10 times, not even about exactly 10 times. And then you can put whatever you want in, Kitty 1, whatever. But the reason I don't want to buy the plates yet is I want your opinion. So we've got 2 questions. One is, what colour do you all want her to be? And 2 is, what shall we call her? She needs a name after all, and that's what's going to be on her license plates. So let me know. I will not do any more to this car until you have. She's going to sit there on the ramp. I will be recording another episode before you come in, so don't expect me to have the answer for you, but the next episode is going to be the engine, and I will see you then. Thank you very much for joining. If you've liked what you've seen, please give me a like. If you dislike it, then give me a thumbs down. But all I ask is, if you give me a thumbs down, tell me why, because then I can change it and make it more enjoyable for you. And if you really liked it, hit that subscribe button. It's there, it's not much, and I will see you again next time. Bye bye now.